Hi there, it's Anastasia here, and today we'll be talking about your listening skills. You may think, well, listening is so basic, there isn't much to discuss, but it's actually a crucial skill if you want to master your English. Think about that. If you're talking to another person, there are two skills involved, listening and speaking. And while you may be in control of what you're saying, you can choose the vocabulary you know, the grammar structures you're comfortable with. Well, you don't have that control over what the other person is saying. They can be using the structures and the grammar and the vocabulary you don't know. They can also have a particular way of pronouncing things. For example, they have a regional accent. And you still need to understand what they're saying to support the conversation. That's what makes listening so important. Also, we often say that watching TV in English or watching the news, listening to bloggers, listening to music in English is a great way of improving it. But it's going to be really hard to work on your listening skills if you don't have a solid base, if you don't know what to work on. So today we'll share a few tips with you that you can use if you want to work on your listening. Are you ready to take it to a new level? Here we go.
Everything's in English.
All you need to know.
All right. How did you learn to speak English?
One of the main reasons you don't understand what other people are saying is because you don't know the vocabulary or the grammar they're using. A solution for that could be learning relevant vocabulary. If you're going to a conference, for example, get prepared. Learn the words that are very often used when people speak about that subject, whether it's medicine or IT or something else. Don't forget to look up the pronunciation of the word, because if you know how it sounds, it's going to be so much easier for you to pick it out when you listen to people, and also it'll help you to avoid the mistakes when you're speaking.
You can't pronounce it?
The same is true for grammar and different grammar structures. For example, a lot of you know irregular verbs by heart, because that's what we did at school, right? That's why you can easily hear them whenever you're listening to people speaking English. Do the same for other constructions and signal words. For example, if you hear because or since, there's good chance that there is a reason being introduced. So it will be easier for you to structure logically the message that the other person is trying to pass on to you. When a person compares ideas, they can use such words as in contrast, so you would know that they're speaking about something different. A new idea can be introduced with also, or besides, or in addition to. Keep an ear out for those constructions, and it will be easy for you to understand the whole message.
Besides, they can wait. It's not going to kill them.
Do you want to practice your listening skills with a native speaker? It's possible with our intensive course, Think and Talk Like a Native Speaker. During the course, you'll learn new words and expressions, listen to Americans all the time, and work out how to speak like a native speaker. I'll leave the link to the course in the description box, so check it out. Another reason for not understanding what other people are saying could be not understanding the pronunciation. Because very often when we speak, we use reduced forms, we use short forms, and it can be very different to the way the word is written. So we get really confused. And if you're not aware of short forms or reduced forms, you can't expect to actually hear them in somebody else's speech. We've covered those reduced forms and shortened forms in one of our previous videos, so make sure you check it out if you haven't yet.
Want to see mine? Want to see mine? Yeah!
Another challenge to understanding other people speaking could be regional accents. While you may be quite familiar with a variety of American accents, thanks to all the popular films and TV shows, some British accents can be really tricky to understand, like Cockney, for example, or Scottish accent.
2 days of darts, it'll be great.
What can you do here? So one important part is actually being aware of how they pronounce things. For example, in Scottish accent, instead of O, they say or, not post, but post. So if you know those little details, you'll be able to catch them when you listen. But also try to surround yourself with different examples of that particular accent. You'll see how with time, you will get the hang of it and it will be a lot easier. So you can find a TV show, watch local news, explore TED Talks. There are people from all over the world speaking, so you will definitely be able to find the accent you're looking for.
And that's Willie Waters.
If you need to work on your listening skills in order to prepare for an exam, then dictations can be of great help. You know, when somebody reads out a text, sentence by sentence, and you write it down.
I would like to dictate a press release.
I don't take dictation.
Sometimes, if there is a new word in the dictation that you don't know, you can work it out from the context. And it's a great boost for your cognitive abilities. If you feel like a dictation is too much work, you can try and write down the summary of the text. So you're listening to a story, then you stop, and then you write a shorter summary. This way you'll be able to focus on the key idea and you'll work on understanding the structure of the speech and you'll pay special attention to the signal words. Whichever way, it'll help you succeed at the exam. Well, it won't surprise you if I say that the best way to improve your listening is to keep practicing. My only advice here would be choose what you listen to wisely. Have a strategy. Your listening material should be enjoyable, specific, and comprehensible. Enjoyable, meaning that you're actually interested in the subject. It will really help you with your motivation. Specific would mean relevant. Relevant to something you do, something you're planning to do with your listening, whether it's a conference, whether it's a phone talk, whether it's booking a hotel over the phone. And comprehensible would be choosing something more suitable for your level. If you're a beginner, for example, it's probably not a great idea to watch the news and try to understand what they're saying. Also, by the way, watching the news is generally not a great idea. People who read news on TV are called news readers, so it's more like they're reading rather than speaking naturally, so there is little of natural speech in the news, so watch out. It could be more beneficial for you to watch something that you've already watched in your language, whether it's a film or a TV show. In that case, you will know the story, but you'll be able to focus on small phrases and it will be easier for you to actually remember them. Try and experiment watching with English subtitles, without English subtitles. Watch short pieces again and again, and you'll see how it becomes more and more easy for you to actually recognize those snippets of speech, maybe 2 words at a time, then more and more and more and more. And one day you'll sit down and you'll be able to understand everything that's been said. Well, this is it for today. Now you're equipped to practice listening every day. And the great news is you've done some practice now by watching this very video. Yay! You can give yourself a pat on the back. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel and check out all the other videos. And also share in the comments the tips that you found the most useful. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.